Hey friends, welcome back to my studio. I'm gonna do a landscape today. Yay! I've got a 12 by 12 inch canvas from Michaels. You guys know I really like these. Here's what the packaging looks like. I'm going to paint this sketch I just did this morning. I'm really excited about it. So I'll link this sketch video in this video's description. I'm gonna paint this one because it's more of a square shape. I really like this one too. I don't know if I'll use the pinks, but we'll see where we go. But this is basically my game plan, my roadmap. And I'm gonna write the word love on here. And I'm not sure. I'm gonna take a break, but I think I'm gonna sketch it out rather than paint, like say the whole canvas yellow or blue, which you could totally do, or even white. I think I'm gonna paint this in sections as I go. Okay, let's get started. Okay, let's talk about what paint colors I'm using. I'm going to give this a chance to dry a little bit. I don't know if I'll paint any more on it today. So, let's see. Titanium white, cad yellow, medium hue. That's an orange I made with quinacridone magenta and cad yellow. This is a green I made with phthalo blue green shade and some yellow. And then this is phthalo blue green shade with a little bit of magenta, a little bit of yellow in it. To just mute it down a little bit, I might even stuck a little, this is Mars Black, put a little Mars Black in there. I made a whole bunch of orange, pulled it over here and made a brown and then I just add a little bit of quinacridone magenta and cad yellow to it till I get the color brown I want. And this is pretty much, has a little bit of brown in it, but it's pretty much cad yellow and a little bit of black to get kind of a sage green. So if you want to see the colors, titanium white, cad yellow medium hue, quinacridone magenta. I was just making sure it really is what it is. I really like phthalo blue green shade. It's a fun color. Did I forget one? Oh, Mars Black. And actually I had squeezed out a bunch of black on the horse I painted on a black background. I squeezed way too much out, so I just went and grabbed some black from that palette because I saved the palette. And then I've been using, it's a really nice brush. I just washed it. Let's see if I can read it. I really like the metal brushes, but they're kind of hard to see. It's a 3/4 inch, which is also 19 millimeter Royal and Langnickel. It's their Zen line. And this might be too stripey, but I'm just putting down some grass and dirt color. And then the sky, right now the sky is scaring me to bits because it's so bright and strong. But I want a colorful painting like the Happy Birch Day. So, you know, I'm gonna go with it. We'll see what I like once I get the red on there. It'll be nice to have the white here. Let's get rid of some of my charcoal lines. I don't know if that really matters. Because that'll help the red pop out. Whereas if I painted it all blue, then I would need to maybe paint some white to get some of the bright reds, but I already have some muted reds. So you can really do it either way. Hang on, I'm gonna grab that Happy Birch Day painting. Okay, I don't know if I can get it, it's bigger. Get it in frame here, maybe if I move my paint. That might help a little bit here. Well, you can see the top of it. So it has a lot of dark colors in it. It has some pink in it, which I think is really neat. It doesn't look that pink. So it's kind of not where I'm aiming, but just kind of building on, doing something different than this one. This one has a traceable if you want to try it. Oh, and another, as well as I'm thinking of it, it's fun to like have little highlights right there, catching the sun. Okay guys, I'm gonna let this sit and I'll be back after a while. Hey guys, I thought I'd pop in. So I don't like it. And then I laugh. I always laugh. Sometimes I like with landscapes, I tend to not like them longer, which sounds funny. Because like, oh here, I just finished this the other day at the gallery. But like, this is Trouble. There's a traceable and a really short 2 or 3 or 4 minute video. It's one of my first ones on YouTube. I'll link it in this video description. But I've painted so many of them that I don't worry where I don't paint as many landscapes. But there's always a stage where I don't like it. I mean, it's just rough and it needs a whole nother coat of paint and just more thought. When I look in my phone though, I like it better. And what I was thinking is that this was going to be my strong focal point sort of star of the show. And it is, I mean, it's big. But what's happening is this is my only orange. So that really grabs your eye. And it's a little close to center for me. Let's see how close it is. I tend to like them on the thirds. You don't have to put them on the thirds. I just like that sort of rule of thumb. I can't read my ruler through all that dark. So yeah, half is like right here. So it's close to half. But I could also put some bright orange here and kind of change my focal point a little bit. So that's some of the things I'm thinking. One thing I keep running through my head is paint the shape, tree shape, not the leaves. And I want to get in there and do little leaves. But I'm trying not to. I'm trying to keep in mind like how that says tree. I'm painting this sketch that I did. I'm painting trees, not leaves. Okay, and then the other thing is I'm not crazy about this, but I think maybe, and I might lose all that color I had underneath it, but that's okay. That just helps me get paint down and make decisions. I'm wondering if maybe more of one color, but I'm gonna have like darker, taller grasses, I think, here, and then go shorter, which I'm already doing. I don't know if you can see that. Here, maybe we want to get closer. So I've got a little pink here because I was thinking focal point. Let's see, let's start. We'll start at the top and the right, or your left, whichever the way that is, and we'll kind of pan through it. I do like these little marks, just to help entertain. All right, now let's do the other side. So when I look at it in my phone, I like it a lot better. It softens it, it puts it at a much further distance. The other thing I'm struggling with is I've never have I ever? Never have I ever. This is a really dark blue sky for me, which I'm doing on purpose. I'm trying to, you know, do things I haven't quite done before. You know, I really, a lot of artists do a sketch and then do a painting, which is a great idea. A lot of times I just want to jump in and paint. So I'm doing what more artists do, plan it out and then paint it, even though I'm not exactly following the colors because I didn't have, I don't have the same colors in chalk pastel as I do in paints. But anyway, so I'm just thought I'd pop in and let you know I'm a little frustrated with it, but I'm not completely unhappy with it. There's a lot of things to like. I think it's just because it's so bright. The other one I showed, the birch tree I showed you earlier, the birch tree painting, which I'll link in this video description, while it has a lot of bright color, it has so much muted and then pops bright. So it's a little bit different. Anyway, that's pretty much what's going on. I'm going to keep working on it and I'll pop back in a bit. Have a few thoughts before I forget about it. One thing that I haven't talked about, and I'm kind of doing it here. So I'm doing a combination of bright colors. I don't know if I'm going to leave those white or come back with just red, so that or like red and then maybe yellow, so that it pops and kind of entertains a little bit. But so I'm directing you with color, even though this is really bright. This is the only orange, so it really says, look at me, look at me. And then I put some lime green and a little bit of yellow here. You know, I'm kind of, even though my, excuse me, my ground was pointing here, I can still get away with it because I've also got some little lines going this way. Okay. And then I've also got kind of quiet here, maybe quiet around the edges. And then I start like a little bit of detail, more detail, more detail. More detail kind of comes down to here, kind of comes up, comes down to here. So it's almost like, it's like music a little bit, you know, high, low. But I'm starting to like it a lot better. I'm cooking with gas. I'm starting to like it a lot better. I'm gonna work on, so I put in the tree trunks just to see if I like that. You know, I kind of keep working on different areas. I put little bits of red here, but what I want to do next, I think, is work on the tree trunks, put some highlights in them, and then maybe come back so all the tree trunks aren't forward. You know, maybe put, like I've kind of done here, I came back with some more red and kind of push a few tree trunks back. It's just like grass blades. You know, some things come over on top of other things. Oh, I don't have a painting handy I can show you. I'll link in the video the, oh gosh, it's the daisy painting and it wasn't very big. I can't think what I called it. I think I called it Dancing Daisies. Anyway, I think I'm starting to like the bright color. It's not scaring me so much anymore. I ended up putting in like a little matte medium. I like matte medium just because it's matte. You could use gloss medium, you could use extender. They have different names. So basically I made a really transparent brown. So I had some matte medium here, put it in the brown, and I just kind of calmed down my colors a little bit, which I liked. I don't know if I needed to, but I like it. Because this really pops here. Okay, I just the main thing I wanted to talk about is you can keep your detail and your focus in the painting with texture, with light, with one pop of color, and then keep it softer on the edges. That can be a neat trick. I kind of do that in pet portraits, but it's kind of like a soft background than a pet portrait. This one shows it a little bit better, I think. Okay, guys, I hope that helped a bit, and I'll be back. friends, I'm done and I'm gonna stop. So looking at it in my phone, I like it better because it calms it down, but like I am 6-8 inches from it. My face is just off camera. Here I can, hi guys. It's an explosion of color. It's really fun. Mark making, shapes. Here, what I mean by mark making is just all those, like a corner of a brush stroke. I just dab it here. Let me slow down. I'm kind of excited. Let me slow down. So I use this brush for the whole painting. It's a 3/4 inch Zen line from Royal and Langnickel. See if I can read it here. 19 millimeters. If you're, I'm gonna clean it off just a little bit better. If you do millimeters, and so like I would dip it in green and then just use the corner and make kind of a triangle shape. I did use a smidge of a palette knife. Can you see that? It's not a real big one. Here, maybe. Oh, that's not any better. Just to get a couple little, to kind of get textury highlights on the tree trunks and a few other little textures. But for the most part, I painted it with one brush. It's just really fun. Oh, and then the highlights are not white. They're a really light purple, but it's going to look white. It's going to look white on the video probably. When you see all those marks and how loose it is. So this is really fun for me. So when I do like a tight pet portrait, I try to loosen up and play with it a little bit. But when you're doing a landscape, and see I've got a nice triangle shape pointing you in. I have a darker corner that helps keep you in. And then I left this corner lighter because then that ends up being almost like a line that comes in. Isn't that neat? You start to see that stuff. And then I've kind of got various darks, but I kind of have a dark and it goes up. And I covered it. You know, so I've got like almost like an irregular heartbeat going on, or a music notes playing back in there. This is really fun to paint. It's fun to change it up too. And you know what? I like the blue sky. Sometimes you just got to keep going. And then sometimes you have to paint and just keep painting because you'll pick up little things you like. You know, when I look in my phone here, I can see I've got a nice light white glow here. It's almost in the center, but that's okay. And I've got this orange tree. But then I calmed this down a little bit. I even added a little pink there. Can you see the pink? Isn't that fun? A little pink. And this is pinkish. Just kind of playing like it doesn't have to be brown or sand. And the grass doesn't have to be green. I've got blue and I've got purple in my grass. Can you see that? Down there by my thumb. So that makes it more entertaining too. But yeah, it's kind of an explosion of color. Let me know if you like it. It's like a party. Big old party going on. Oh, I'm going to need an idea. I'll post it on Facebook. I'm going to need a title idea. That'll happen before this video posts. What else do I want to tell you? I talked about the loose and the brush strokes are really fun. It's nice for me to mix it up compared to a pet portrait, explosion of color, and mark making. I think those are the things I want. I actually made notes this time so I wouldn't forget. I've got a little post-it note. So remember to tell you everything that I was thinking about. Well, I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you give it a try. It started out with a really simple sketch. I'm trying to figure out which way's square according to my phone. Started out with a really simple sketch with chalk pastel. That video will go up before this one, so I'll link it in this video's description. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's super fun. Oh, you know what I didn't do? And I don't know where it went. I need one of my sons. My son was up and, oh, here it is, right here. If I didn't talk about it much, my son's coming from this direction. I do that a lot. I do it from that direction a lot. You'll notice that. Okay, guys, I was thanking you and about to say goodbye. Super appreciate your support. I'm starting to get super thanks. That helps so much. I've been going through more paint and more canvases, and your support helps keep me going, and it just means the world to me. Great, big, happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.